Hey, what's going on? Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday. This is day 93 of the Daily Dose of Mind stuff with myself, Ed Reiner, and just finished up with um, day three. Yeah, day three of the MasterClass that we have going on right now on my Facebook group. There it is right down there. This is the masterclass we've been doing all week, which is the science of manifestation, 5 days to decoding vibrations, frequencies, and the law of attraction. Super, super good lesson today that Bob went over. And I've been posting for you guys previews of this so you can get an idea what we're going over. And these are just small little snippets. And I'm going to do the same again today because I would love you to come and join us. Super good. I've got replays that will be up till the end of the week, till Monday in the Facebook group. And today we were talking about, vibrations through the whole thing, but Bob touched on decision and how important decision is. And he broke out his Think and Grow Rich. And, it's interesting because in the beginning of this chapter on decision, Hill writes that careful analysis of thousands of men and women who have experienced failure. Okay, so these are people that have failed, revealed that lack of decision was near the head of the list of the 30 major causes of failure. He said, this is no mere statement of theory. This is a fact. Procrastination is the opposite of decision, and it is a common enemy which practically every individual must conquer. So if we're going to get anywhere in our life where we want to be, we have to conquer procrastination. And we do that through decision. And that is what Bob was going over. And I'm going to just share this little section that we went over today because it was so good. So let me just pop over in there and let's listen to Bob here.
And look, this is in the book. This is on decision. This is one of the largest chapters in the book and certainly one of the most important. Let me take and I'll blow up this one part and read it to you. This is on the first page of chapter 8 in Think and Grow Rich. Analysis of several hundred people who had accumulated fortunes well beyond the $1 million mark disclosed the fact that every one of them had the habit of reaching decisions promptly and of changing those decisions slowly if and when they were changed. People who failed to accumulate money, without exception, have the habit of reaching decisions, if at all, very slowly, and of changing those decisions quickly and often. Now look here for a moment. Let these lines represent levels of vibration, okay? Levels of vibration are referred to as frequency. You think on frequencies. Here's your thoughts. And those thoughts start to accumulate, and it produces ultimately the results that you're getting in your life. But because we are spiritual beings, and spirits always for expansion and fuller expression, there's something in us wants greater results. We always want better results. If we run, we want to run faster. If we jump, we want to jump higher. If we sing, we want to sing better. If we're earning money, we want to earn more. So we're always saying, that's where I want to go. This is where I am, but that's where I want to go. And I'm going to go there. They make a decision, I'm going to go there. I'm going to go there. I'm going to buy that house. I'm going to take that trip. I'm going to take that course as soon as I get more money. I'm going to do that as soon as my results change. Do you want to know the truth? They're never going to do it. They're never going to do it. Soon the decision fades, and it isn't long after that. Whatever the goal was, it fades. Now, what is the problem here? The problem's very obvious. The person is down here. Their mind and thoughts are down here on this frequency. And the good that they desire is way up here on this higher frequency. Your mind and thoughts must operate in the same frequency as your goal. It's almost like you've tuned into an AM band on the radio and you're trying to get FM music. You're not going to get it. If you're going to go after something new, you got to instantly start operating on a higher frequency. You do. And if you don't, you're going to lose. You're going to make a committed decision. Committed decisions, you're going to do them regardless. Committed decision. Now, when you make a committed decision, you start to think and act like the person you want to become. Now, look what's happening here. When you make a committed decision, you leave this lower frequency and you start thinking on a higher frequency. You've got to think and act like the person you want to become. Now, that's dangerous because your friends are going to say, who do you think you are? Oh, big shot. If you're going to let your friends and relatives control your life, you're never going to have any more than you've got. You've got to control it. Now, look here for a moment.
How about we unmic myself? Super, super powerful lesson on decision. And that was just a brief snippet of what he was going over on there. But like Bob was saying, you know, our decisions have to be committed decisions, you know, and when we do that, we become one with the want. Once we make a committed decision that we're going to do it regardless of what's going on in our life, we start to move and think on that higher frequency. And that's what we really want to start to do, is think on the higher frequency of what it is that we want to achieve in life. When we start to do that, then we start to think and act like the person that would be at that, because the person you are now is not the same person that you're going to be when you reach your goal. So we have to start thinking, and from a mental standpoint, being that person now. We need to start behaving like that person and thinking, how does that person act? How do they talk? How do they walk? What morning rituals are they involved in? You know, do they get up early in the morning and exercise? Are they, you know, involved in taking courses and doing things like the 5-day science of manifestation, continual improvement? Are they reading books? What books are they reading? What are they doing? Who are they mixing with? We start to do that mentally. We start to figure out who that person is. Then we start to act as that person, and we start doing the things that we can do now to be that person. And we do that, we start to move up in our vibration levels, and we start to match what it is that we want. When we do that, we fuse with that, and we become one with it. So I encourage you to think about the areas where you need to make a decision and you haven't, and why you're procrastinating on it. Like Bob said, that arrow is going back and forth. I'm going to do this when this happens. I'm going to do this when I have the money to do this. I'm going to do this once the kids are out of the house. I'm going to do this after the holidays. We make a decision now when we start to move and act as that person would be. So that's all I have for today on this episode, which is 93. We're almost to 100. And then we'll figure out what we're going to be doing after that. But I want to thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys tomorrow. This is Ed Reiner. Peace. God bless.